All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at how you could use the stochastic RSI in tandem with the MACD. So remember, the MACD is the most effective during an uptrend when it crosses over below the zero line. So let's go ahead and notice that that is happening here. We're in an uptrend and we're seeing a crossover below the zero line. Now, this crossover, if I take some trend lines here, will also occur in the midst of this consolidation period. The crossover occurs on this breakout right here. And how you can actually confirm this is by using the 15-minute time frame. Here, notice I'm on the 15-minute time frame, and I'm using the stochastic RSI to look for a crossover out of those overbought conditions. When both of these are to occur, especially during an uptrend like we noticed here, and the crossover is occurring beneath the zero line, and we're getting that crossover out of oversold conditions on the stochastic RSI, this is a very strong confirmation to go ahead and take a play to the upside. If we go ahead and look at the continued moves higher, notice we are seeing a nice move back to the upside. Notice again that does occur over here. We're getting that crossover coming out from the zero level, and we're seeing that simultaneous crossover on the stochastic RSI on the 15-minute chart over here. This is another opportunity to go ahead and go long and take an upside position there. Basically, what happens is when these two are working in tandem on the 15 and 5-minute time frames, they are extremely accurate in terms of identifying momentum and a change of direction. Basically, what this one is telling you is that momentum and strength to the upside has changed. We're no longer seeing that downtrending momentum and strength. And this one is telling you that the trend is changing. So not only are we getting a change in momentum over here, but we're also getting that change in trend. So the strength is coming back to the upside and the trend is coming back to the upside. Very strong confirmation to go ahead and take a trade. And notice we do see that nice move to the upside. All right, guys, same thing applies to downtrends. Notice if we take a look here, we will notice that we are seeing a downtrend occur here. And if we just take some quick trend lines to this consolidation period that is happening right here, you'll notice that this actually does take the shape of a bearish flag. And essentially what is happening is we're seeing another crossover, this time above the zero line. And remember, crossovers are most effective during downtrends when they are above the zero line. So this is going to give us our first confirmation to go ahead and take a trade to the downside. The second confirmation would, of course, be the breakout of this lower trend line right here on the bearish flag. And then take a look at what is happening on the stochastic RSI. We're also seeing us coming out of those overbought conditions this time. And basically, this is telling us that momentum has shifted to the downside in terms of strength. So not only has the trend shifted back to the downside, but we also see a breakout outside of the consolidation period. And this is telling us that the strength momentum is now shifting to the downside. So all three of these are giving us confirmations to go ahead and take a trade and capitalize on this downside move right here. Notice we get something similar over here. We're getting that we're still in the downtrend and we get that crossover above the zero line. And then we see on the stochastic RSI that we are coming out of those overbought conditions, telling us that we are ready to see a move to the downside. And notice that is precisely what happens right here. So yeah, guys, the 5 and 15-minute charts are incredibly powerful. Remember, you're using the MACD on the 5-minute chart, and that is because it's a lagging indicator, meaning that it does take a bit longer for it to fully react. And since the signal line is a bit faster on the stochastic RSI, you are going to be using the 15-minute chart here. So this is a very strong scalping and day trading technique, and I would recommend trying it and see what works for you. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and that'll do it for these quick examples.